Hey, it's your boy Ravi Rav representing for Square Talk right here in Savannah Lamar, and we're tuning in to none other than Knatch Rychus. What's up, Knatch?
Blessed love, well, you know my name is not righteous. And I want to tell them this. I'm in a good mood this morning. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, great things, my brother. All things.
Yeah, man, doing great. Welcome again to Square Talk, Knatch Rychus.
Every time, every time.
And this is one of the greatest reggae artists underground coming to the upgrown part of Jamaica. Knatch Rychus, tell us more about your career and your journey. How did you even come off with the name Knatch Rychus? Was it not righteous or what? How did it start?
First and foremost, I must tell you, my brother, it started in high school.
What?
It started in high school.
Okay.
Before that still, but I know myself owning my craft, and practicing my craft since high school. And I started with the name Top Notch. No, that name came about because I was winning battles. In school you'd beat the desk, and while beating the desk, clash go on, you have somebody who's impersonating Bounty Killer, which is me, another person impersonating Beanie Man, and it would clash. And then I would win the battles, and while winning the battles, someone look at me and say to me, say, yo, you're a top notch artist, So I took on the name Top Notch in high school, and after leaving high school, I came out in the wider world, started working. But what happened is that I had put music on the back burner for a while, in the world, paying bills, working, taking care of family. So music now started pushing through and forcing itself out. Sometimes you go some place and you hear some rhythms playing, you hear this jockey playing some rhythms before they play their song, and you started vibing on it, and you're like, yo, this thing is nice, I miss music. And what happened is that I got back in my music due to my co-worker. They started telling me, hey, don't waste your talent.
How long ago was that, though, that your co-workers got you back into the vibe of music?
That was 2008.
2008?
Yeah, 2008, and I've been recording professionally since 2008.
When you say recording professionally, are you saying that you are recording with registered producers?
Yes, I am.
That's what you mean?
Yes, I am.
Let's take a look into the life of Knatch Rychus, because the first time I heard the name, I was like, is it not righteous? Did the Rasta eat some pork or something and them just say not righteous and you just change it up a bit?
No, man, what kind of pork? No, man, I can't go pork.
Are you a vegetarian?
Yeah,
strictly?
I'm a vegetarian, I eat fish and vegetables. So yeah, I would consider myself a vegetarian.
My question is to you, do you use toothpaste?
Yeah, and I know where you're headed, because you're going to tell me that pork is in toothpaste and all that stuff. But I'm going to tell you this, I teeth have to clean and I have to fresh. Directly, I'm not dealing with the product. We all are victims of byproducts. If that's where you're going, we all are victims of byproducts. And if there's any Rasta out there who's going to say, oh, I don't do certain things, yeah, but I can tell you, you must use some byproduct of some of the product that we don't indulge with.
Right.
Indulge in.
Such as pork products.
Yeah.
Definitely. And while we're taking a look at this Knatch, talking about some of the producers that you've been very grateful to work with, can you name some of the names so far?
So far I've worked with 24/7 Music Production.
Okay.
And I must say big respect to Kevin Hill. I've worked with Combusta 7 Figures. I've worked with Dilly over there in England, which is Stingray production, and Stingray is from the 80s, 70s, 80s. And I've worked with persons from Europe. I've worked with a producer in California by the name of Selector 7. I've worked with producers in the Caribbean as well, and Jamaican producers, as I would say. There are a lot, I could even call some of them names. But
now it's quite concerning. You might want to put your microphone up a little bit.
Okay.
It's quite concerning that with all the producers you've named and when you've started, I know everything takes a little bit of time, but from 2008 until now, what's your greatest achievement in the music industry?
I think my greatest achievement is knowing more about the business, because really and truly, if we're going to base achievements and we have performed and where my music is reached, yeah, I would say I still have a long way to go, because I don't reach anywhere really. I'm an artist who is pushing to break. I'm getting some recognition in different countries, yes, but I haven't gotten the break as yet. So I think my greatest achievement is really getting to know more about what I'm going into, what I'm getting myself into, and be more knowledgeable as well to maneuver and move within this music business.
That's a great thing. We talked about underground, and I wish not to call it underground again, but I can't help to say that a lot of who we term as underground, they are still privileged to go into bigger markets with their music while they're not locally recognized. Have you been able to go on to international shows or tours?
Well, yes, I have. I haven't been on a tour, but I've done shows overseas. I've done shows in Atlanta. I've done shows in New York. I'm scheduled for a show in October in New Jersey. So New Jersey will be seeing me in October.
New Jersey, look out for
will be seeing me
Not
in
Right,
October.
just for sure.
So, and my brother, I can tell you from the wave that we see it coming back from what we've been putting out and the reflection from what we've been putting out, I can tell you that next year will be a good year. You know, we're just keeping our fingers crossed. We don't want to say too much as yet, but we're looking forward to next year being a better year. And we just want the chance to go out there and push some reggae music on the people.
Natch, my thing is collaboration, I've always said it is a big part of growth.
Yes, sir.
Any collaborations, like great collaborations that you might not want to boast about, but you're proud of?
Well, I am proud of a collaboration with one of my idols, which is Anthony B. I've done a collaboration with Anthony B, and that's been doing great in the African market, you know, especially Sierra Leone. You know, we're getting a lot of videos from Sierra Leone about that song with Anthony B. Even in America, people are just sending us love and telling us, listen, we like this song. You know, and it's produced by 24/7 Music as well.
What's the name of that song with Anthony B?
It's called I Feel So Nice.
Give us a piece of that. No, come on, man. You're so mean with the music.
Well, I feel so nice. I feel so nice. And then that's Anthony B part. But my part would say, because this is a long time song, still, you know, you're forcing me to go way back now. Sunshine and river water, sunshine and river water, leave I for reef. My brother, this is way back. Let me tell you something.
So you created music that you can't even catch up with the music that you've created.
Well, that's the thing, because we've been creating, trying to get the break. You know, and this is one of my nice collab that's out there, but then because we've been working in the studio, because I'm actually working on my album at this moment. So a lot of songs sometimes tend to slip you, because even if you're going to do a show, that's why rehearsal is important. We have to do rehearsal, you know, and a lot of people may say, oh, you do the song and don't know, but then you're doing countless of songs day by day, remembering different words, different melodies. So sometimes they do tend to slip you.
Musical heritage, anybody from a parental background or family that has been in the music that would have influenced you?
Well, no, you know, I have never heard of any of my family doing music. You know, sometimes I question myself, where do I get this love from? But then the Almighty have ways of intervening into things and make things take a different part, or make one take a different part. So I'm always grateful and humble for the majestic and the divine intervention in life. You know what I mean?
Whilst you did admit that you're still working, aren't you a bit concerned about your finances going into music? Music is something that will leave you broke if you're not careful.
Well, my brother, that's true. But you know what I realize is all of us here have a purpose on earth. And I think when you fail is when you don't try to fulfill your purpose. I mean, once you try, if you try and even don't make it, then at least you know you tried. You give it your best, you give it your all, you just didn't make it. But if you don't try, then that's when I think you fail in life and fail at your purpose.
Anthony B being an idol, who are some of the other idols in the reggae space? Reggae itself, do you think it's a dying culture? That's the first thing I want to ask.
No, man, reggae vibrant, my brother. And when you travel, you'll see that reggae is vibrant and reggae is hopeful. Because I haven't been to many places, but I've been in the Caribbean, you know, with Anthony B as well. And we did a show in Antigua and St. Martin as well. And those show was nice, was packed. You know, we did shows in America, Atlanta. It wasn't a lot of people, but you could see the small amount that came out. They love the music, they love the vibe, they love the energy. They're even asking for another show as well. And right across the world, you'll see other artists going out, because let me tell you something. There are a lot of artists that Jamaica don't know about, and the world accept and love, you know, and pushes and embrace, you know. And I must pick up all the artists out there who are doing wonderful music, who are doing music that uplift.
And that's the question. Who are those artists in your mindset?
Well, there's a lot of
that are doing great music. Name three.
Well, I can tell you three.
Top three.
Well, first and foremost, we go back to Anthony B. I want to pick up Bounty Killer as well, because Bounty Killer is one of my idols who not only push good music, but also helps youth to get out there in this music. And that's one of the main things that Jamaica lacks. We lack the opportunity as reggae artists to get the platform to go out there and push ourselves. You know what I mean? And as we say, Anthony B, Bounty Killer. And I must tell you, my brother, they are people like Protoje who are helping youths to get out there. Look at Iyah, sorry. You know, look at Savannah, you know, Jesse Royal. I mean, those are just three just to name a few, and there are many more out there who are doing positive and good works.
With your current space inside of the reggae industry, what measures are you putting in place to develop your talent and to go to the peak of your potential?
Well, my brother, I don't think you can really put a lot of measures really because music is diverse, and I think for me it's just planning and timing and praying and believing in your talent, believing in your craft and hard work, because you never know where it comes and where it's coming from. You know, so if you're going to plan and say, okay, this is the direction, yes, you can plan the direction you want your music to go, but for the break you don't know.
Diversity in music. Why didn't you try trap dancehall? Because that's a bit diverse, I may say.
Listen, my brother, I'm old school, you know. And let me tell you something. I am not knocking anyone, but I believe my music is an inspiration. I believe my messages come from the Almighty.
But trap dancehall is an inspiration too to make money.
Well, that's the difference. If you're in this music just to make money, then kudos to you, but I'm in this music not only just to make money, but to elevate, to uplift, and to educate, as you said earlier.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work. Who says that?
Elevating people in the music, how far will that put you?
No, elevating people.
I'm sure the people are not looking
no,
for
but
elevation
let me ask you something.
Right.
Put you where? Material in material realms? No, when you're doing a thing for a higher purpose, which is love for the people and the faith you have in the Almighty, and the fact that you want to see your nation rise, not just in material world, but in the world of education, in the world of spiritual awareness, in the world of upliftment. You see what I'm going to catch it fast, you're good, man.
Continue.
But in the world of upliftment, then you realize you can't just focus on money. You have to focus on helping the people, and helping the people. Money is not the way to go. Yeah, we all need money, we understand. We all need money. But there's a bigger purpose than money, my brother.
I do apologize for the inconveniency and the change of our video right here. I must advise that we have strong and heavy winds in the Savannah-Lamar area region. Something is coming off the Gulf of Mexico or somewhere.
Yeah, and the sea's right down there.
The sea's right down there.
Yeah, bear with us.
Bear with us while we make some changes to our video settings, my people. Thank you very much.
Blessed love.
Knatch, while we are taking a look at music in itself, right?
I'm not hearing you.
While we're taking a look at music in itself, your geographical location, you're in the western end.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about relocating to somewhere far east, where there's a greater market?
I have been asked that question many times. I've been told to move many times. But to be honest with you, I don't think where music is at now, being that the internet is available to everyone, and that's where most customers or most consumers of music are looking for music. I don't think I need to move to Kingston. What I really think is that Kingston need to look into the rural areas for good talents. That's what I think. I think the producers and the rhythm builders should look into the rural areas where there are many talented youths who want the help, and probably not in the space or in the what you would say now, have the financial bucketing to go there like I. Because really and truly, I don't really have a big financial bucketing. But when I work my little 9-to-5 job, I spend it on my talent because I believe in myself and I believe that I have something to offer the world. So I don't think geographically or any area should hold you back as an artist. And I mean, I think wherever you are, you should just push out and make the best of what you have. Yeah, man, on the road side of them, man, don't worry about it, man. People have to understand it. It's a different kind of vibe, different kind of setting. We're good?
All right, so we're getting back a little bit of calm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want the equipment to fall over. So for those of you who are watching Ghost Eye Network, you should feel free to subscribe, click the like button, and share our great musical journey right here with Knatch Rychus and other entertainers that are coming on this platform. Knatch.
Yes, sir.
Let's touch a base on travel.
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey coming up. You might not want to delve too much into that. I guess not.
Well, I'm a man who like to make things happen, and the fans will see when it happens, because sometimes you say too much and then, for whatever reason, the universe cancel that movement or that business that you're about, that people tend to say you're bluffing or you're not serious about what you're doing. So I just, because you asked about it, I just tell you just to show you that we're working and that we're grateful for small mercies when they're coming up. You know what I mean? So yes, New Jersey is coming up. We're not going to say too much, but New Jersey people can come out and look forward for something positive, something great. You know, good vibe with Rychus, and just come get some reggae music and soak in some good message. Yes, sir.
My next question to you is, what's the greatest disappointment you've ever had in music, if any?
To be honest with you, I don't think I've had any great disappointment, because I love this thing so much. Whatever time a disappointment comes, it tends to push me harder, you know, to work harder and to do more, because I don't look at it from that point of view. I look at it as a stepping stone. So I mean, I've never had that much of a great disappointment. I've had disappointment, to be honest, you know, but not any great disappointment.
But in music, let's take a look at the passing of several pioneers in the reggae industry. In most recent time, Peter Morgan. I think that is my greatest disappointment. You know, I wanted to interview him at Reggae Sumfest 2K23. And, you know, whilst I didn't get to interview him, I said, you know what, there will be a next time.
Okay.
But there wasn't a next time. That scenario that I just painted to you, you know, not knowing when and where, do you think it is important to capitalize on the opportunities that you get to do collaborations and to work alongside pioneers in the industry?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. If I was a young boy growing up, they tell me, my friends always say, take your tech. Meaning, whenever time you're given an opportunity, it's best to take that opportunity. Because I must say big respect to the Morgan Heritage family. You know, condolences again, because we've lost a very strong warrior, and we've lost so many strong warriors who've been championing for reggae music out there. And Peter Morgan was one of them. I also want to big up my good friend who lost his life last year, who goes by the name of Iyah Syte. You know, a warrior that has been on the journey with me, trod all over Jamaica doing reggae music, pushing the music, and was about to make a break, and lost his life in the Long Hill accident where the bus went over the Long Hill. And
isn't that the father of dancehall artist Topman's father?
But I don't want you all to look at it from Topman point of view. Big up Topman, but I want to tell you, Iyah Syte himself was a very talented artist who made a big impact on many people's lives. So I just think he needs to be recognized for his work that he did, you know, and for what he stands for as an artist as well, not just as Topman father. So big respect to Iyah Syte as well. But my brother, we've lost so many warriors for true, and it's a very big blow to the reggae music, because I think the youths need to see these icons in action. Because as you mentioned, trap music, nothing is wrong with the music, but it is the message. It is the message that is sending through trap music. And we all know the message. We don't have to even elaborate on it. And I must.
What is the message?
Well, as I said, I don't even have to elaborate.
But for those who don't know, remember, your main thing is to inform. You have to inform the people, educate them.
But the people are well informed as it relates to
some
trap
people
music.
Don't know. What is trap music?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot define trap music because I don't do that.
But if you can't define trap music, what can you say about it?
I can tell you that the message is wrong, because when I hear someone saying, kill a man, a girl must go way out there with her body, I think you and I know that these things are wrong. And that's why I said I don't even have to elaborate, because we all know what is right from wrong, regardless of how we were brought up or how we grew up. We know what's right is and we know what wrong is. So if one see wrong and know and can't accept wrong, then something is wrong with that person.
I have a magic word for you. The word double.
Yeah.
You know what double is?
Well, I think double, it would mean getting into something.
Okay, awesome. So double itself. In the music, you are currently a recording artist. Yeah, we have a lot of background noise here. You're currently a recording artist in the music industry. What about dabbling into production, dabbling into marketing? Are there other aspects of the music that you're dabbling into?
Well, I am now entering into production, because I'm now producing my own album, which due and releasing next year. And that's the first for me because I'm a person who think music is just a gateway. There's a lot of business and a lot of opportunity that comes from music, such as educating youth as well. Because who to tell later on, I might just be a speaker on one of those big intellectual platforms, telling youths how to go about their day-to-day life as it relates to righteousness and consciousness. You know what I mean? So for me, music is a gateway. It's just a platform to elevate you to many different platforms. You know
What's the
what I mean?
name of your production? For persons, is it that you're doing this on a market level where you're producing for other persons, or you're solely doing it for yourself?
Well, at the moment I'm solely doing it for myself, but for the future I'm hoping that I can produce artists as well, because for me, I believe in exposing talent. I believe in giving others a chance, because my brother, if that was the case, or that is the case now, then I wouldn't have to be fighting as I'm fighting to get a break. So I believe in giving others a chance. So yes, in the future I do have dreams of giving others a chance as to produce them and put them out to the world. You know, but for right now, I am only producing myself, and my production is Rychus Roots Records.
Rychus Roots Records.
Yes, sir.
There's so many things that we can look at in this time and age. The way music has changed and the way the mindset of the people have been. The songs that you have coming out right now, any new single?
Yes. I must tell you, not singles.
Outside of the album, because we're going to touch on the album. Outside of the
but
album.
really and truly, I've just released a single called Good Mood, and it's out on all major platforms. The visual is on Knatch Rychus Vivo YouTube.
How do you spell Knatch Rychus? Because some people probably don't know how to spell that, you know.
It's a tongue
so
twister.
spell it for them.
It's a tongue twister.
It's not a tongue twister, you know, but it's hard to spell. How do you spell that?
Well, a lot of people, especially in the European market, they would say Knatch Rychus, or and give it a different name, pronunciation. But it's spelled KNATCHRYCHUS Vivo on YouTube.
Can you spell it a bit slowly for persons who are trying to listen? Grandma is out there and hard hearing people.
All right.
Yeah.
So for all those who want me to go slowly, let's go again. It is spelled K N A T C H R Y C H U S. Knatch Rychus. Vivo on YouTube. And for all the other platforms, it's Knatch Rychus.
Awesome. Knatch Rychus. I can't help to say that pretty amazing talent. Can you match your performance with your talent? That's the biggest fallout for most artists.
Well,
in the day and time and age.
I can sit here and tell you a lot of things, but I think the fans have to tune in and watch, because I think performance is a thing that it all comes down to growth. No one born a performer. You know, yes, we have the talent and we develop the talent, and due to practice and being exposed and getting the exposure, then your talent develops to what you call it, a level where people it's appreciated, and it comes off as professional. So for me, I think I'm still in the growth stage, but my performances, I've been getting a lot of comments about my performances, and they are good comments. But as I said, my brother, music is a journey, and I just started my journey. I have a long way to go, because a lot of people still don't know about Knatch Rychus, you know, and I want the world to know. And if the universe can know, as in outer space, then I'm ready.
And for those, you know, it's a bit of a personal thing, but for those who might be wondering about the clarity, he's currently recovering from the cold.
Yes, I am.
So don't think this is his natural voice, you know.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to know that outside of this, he has a clearer voice, recovering from the cold and so forth. Talking about the spiritual life, spirituality is in music. Spiritual is in everything that we do.
Yes.
You know, how do you get spiritual in your music? Is it when you are performing? Is it when you're rehearsing? Is it when you're writing a song? What's the spiritual feeling in your music?
Well, my brother, I think you have to be spiritual within yourself first. You know, because it is what is within. Because the Almighty, when the Almighty inspires you, it is what is within comes up and out. You know, so if you're not spiritual as a person, then the music will not carry that spiritual with the message. So for me, I think as a spiritual person, then the message of the music, and that's why I couldn't do certain kind of music, because I lean more to spirituality, I lean more to realness and upliftment. I'm not saying that any other music is not for upliftment, but I'm just talking from my point of view. And for me, spirituality, as I said, comes from within. So therefore, my music is coming from within. So it comes up with that spiritual awareness and that spiritual vibe. And I think that's what the music is lacking when you look into certain kind of music right now.
Back to school is in effect.
Mm-hmm.
Students, teachers, parents, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you reach out to these people in itself? Because you do righteous music, as your name says.
Uh-huh.
But what about school tours? Are these things you're looking into?
Well, my brother, it's so funny you touch school tours, because I must tell you, a lot of the schools, and enough people are going to knock me, but it's the truth. A lot of the schools are not looking to young, conscious reggae artists for tours. Because I'm going to give you a scenario. I was contacted a while back for a school, not calling any name, to do Jamaica Day. And when they visited my site and looked at my music, they returned and they said to me, the principal says they know their students, and their students are not going to love this kind of music. Now, I have to question myself, is it the students or the teacher and the principal dictates what is good for the student? So my brother, we would love to do the school tours. And I'm going to say that you do have artists, conscious artists who are doing school tours, but they have to be recognized. No, we would love a chance for young artists to get some school tours and to show that young talent are bringing the good message as well, and that there are young talents that they can emulate and follow. But we're not giving that chance, my brother.
Viral. Viral is a way of getting out there in the social media space. Have you ever tried social media by getting viral, singing something that is catchy, doing videos that will catch the people's attention?
My brother, I am always doing videos that should catch the people's attention. Not will, should. Because, let me tell you something, and I am of this nature. If you're of a conscious vibe and a conscious meditation, then we will connect. If you're not, then we won't. Because I am of a conscious vibe and a conscious nature. So when I put out something in the universe to the people, I don't put out what I see going around or making headlines. I put out what I know and what I was inspired to put out. Because I know that, listen, if I come out and say, step out in the middle of the road when the vehicle passes, people are going to die.
Right.
So I would come and say, because that would be that kind of music. Now, my kind of music would say, stay on the sidewalk and look left, look right.
You're a very cautious artist, in other words, trying to protect. You're like the police, serving and protecting.
Yes, my brother. Not like the police still, because for them, you know the whole story, but we're soldiers of Rastafari, guiding the people and back to natural, mystic, and back to reality and spirituality. Yes,
you did agree to being like the police moments ago, but I guess you caught
No,
up.
well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. For a second, because if nothing is wrong with being like the police, because the police was put there to protect and serve. Unfortunately, that's not so. But you do have good cop. And we will big up the good cop them.
Anybody encounters with members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force?
Well, I've never encountered with any of them more than just seeing them in the street and they bless me up and I bless them up and go, because I'm a youth of righteousness. I stay on the righteous side.
That seems like confusion or hypocrisy.
Why?
Moments ago, you were saying to me that not like the police, and basically you were making a differentiation between you and the police.
Yeah, because
so obviously you have seen something, you've heard something to a bad attribute about the police.
No, but Jamaicans all know what the word or what would say now, the behavior of certain individuals as police officers really come down to. We all know that, my brother. So when you're going to compare yourself with police, you have to make clarification. You have to let them know that, listen, yes, pick up the good cops there. We have good cops out there who serve and protect. So if you're going to say we're like the good cops, fine. But if you're going to generalize it and say, oh, like police, then I have to refrain and pull away from that.
A political rally calls you for any governmental party, or I would say political party, my bad. Would you be willing to perform?
It depends on the nature of the performance. Because if a political party is doing something towards a community, which means upliftment and genuinely, I mean, I talk about just the props to get vote now, genuinely doing stuff to help the community, then of course I will. Of course I will.
Is there any entity or any group that you would never perform for?
Well,
If they called you and contracted you for an event, irrespective of the money, irrespective of the place and time.
I'm going to leave it at this. We all are Jamaicans, and Jamaicans have a phobia, and we know what that phobia is. Thus,
Claustrophobia.
thus, I leave it at that. Yeah, I leave it at that, brother. Every man have equal rights to live and be free. I would never infringe on anyone's right. But I also have an equal right to decide who and who I perform for. Yes, sir.
Very enlightening, touching interview with the vibe of knatch Rychus.
Yes, sir.
Right here on Square Talk. It's Ravi Rav representing at the hour of 4:44 p.m. right here in Jamaica, tuning into the great sensation, elevation, knatch Rychus. Take it away.
Yeah, so I want to say this to each and everyone who wants to listen, people. It is now time for love. Let's spread love as people. Let's love our neighbors, let's love our brothers and sisters, because we need that, and love is the ultimate feeling. Irrespective of what anyone might say, love is the ultimate feeling, and I don't care what the world want to say. That's what I say, and that's my perspective on life. Once we all learn to love each other and share and care, then it's good. So that's why I'm going to leave you with this. I'm in a good mood this morning. It's gonna be a good day. Nothing can spoil my joy. No care when nobody wants say. You know see we energy turn up on it a beat through the roof. Win we can't lose. You know see the energy turn up on it a beat through the roof. Chat we make move. Yeah, both time. Next word. Blessed love. Give thanks.
Knatch Rychus. Blessings.
Money.
Heart of love. Big up.
Every time.
We're out.
Good.